What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, I want to talk to you about a story out of Manhattan, New York. Shout out Manhattan. It's about a daycare center that has shown gross negligence in the way they've been handling the children out there. And they have a history of crazy stuff. But this right here takes the cake. Ladies and gentlemen, this building that you see up here is a daycare center owned by Bright Horizons. Now, I'm familiar with Bright Horizons because Bright Horizons used to be clients of mine out here. They have daycare centers all over the country. And this particular one in Manhattan just got in trouble and closed down, period. To the surprise of a lot of people that want to drop their kids off because it's been found out that somebody gave these children water laced with bleach. They're saying it was an accident. Either way, it's gross neglect and shouldn't be tolerated amid a lot of stuff they just been caught with in recent time. Take a look at this craziness.
Parents forced to find new child care after a series of incidents at a Manhattan daycare center. CBS News New York Investigates first told you about this child abuse allegation at the Bright Horizons Columbus Circle Daycare Center over the summer. Now investigative reporter Tim McNicholas has found an employee put a cleaning solution containing bleach in a classroom water pitcher. The company says it was a mistake, but parents are still livid.
Bright Horizons at Columbus Circle has gone dark. Many of the lights are off, no one answered this locked door, and some parents say Bright Horizons called them early this month to tell them they'd have to switch to a different daycare center, at least for now.
I did mention on the phone that this is really uncool, and we had no options at the time.
One mom, who asked us to hide her face and name to protect her daughter's identity, says Bright Horizons made no mention of any specific incident in that call.
Did they say why?
Her response is that they were dedicated to providing quality care for all our families and that they weren't able to provide that anymore.
But CBS News New York has learned that just days earlier, a staff member put a cleaning solution in a water pitcher, which was then served to kids during snack time. This email from the health department confirms the city indefinitely shut down the center's preschool program after an October 27th incident that exposed children to a toxic chemical. This mother says she's thankful her child was not there that day.
Had it not been for you, I would have never known. Like, this was never communicated to us at all in any ways, and it's just really bad practice.
Bright Horizons would not agree to an interview for this story, but a company spokesperson emailed us saying, in part, the safety and well-being of the children in our care is our highest priority. And unfortunately, the staff member had mistakenly filled the pitcher from a dispenser which contained a diluted cleaning solution prepared daily for sanitizing toys. This solution consists of 2 gallons of water mixed with a small amount of bleach.
I feel like they should have been over 100% on the best behavior, but it's just hard to believe that this kind of mistake happened, especially after the first incident.
The first incident she's referring to?
Police have arrested 3 ex-employees.
CBS News New York Investigates was the first to report about child abuse charges filed over the summer against 3 now fired employees of Bright Horizons at Columbus Circle. Manhattan prosecutors said they covered a child's mouth with tape, dragged a girl by her hair, hit kids with metal water bottles, and early this year sprayed a child in the face with a bottle of soap mixed with water and bleach mixed with water. The former employees have pleaded not guilty in those ongoing cases, and Bright Horizons previously told us the company cooperated with investigators and is committed to supporting the families involved.
To me, it's shocking.
Erin O'Connor is a child care expert and the director of NYU's Early Childhood Education program.
One of the most basic structural indicators is that you have things set up in a way that there's no way that a toxic material would be near a water supply for children. It gives me pause about how much was done in response to the first incident.
A Bright Horizons spokesperson says a teacher also drank the water on October 27th, noticed something was off, and the staff contacted poison control. One dad tells CBS News New York he later brought his daughter in for medical treatment, but Bright Horizons says no medical attention was necessary. A mistake was made, and to portray it as more than that would be misleading. The Bright Horizons spokesperson wrote to us, "There really is no story here."
Just doesn't feel like they have child safety in their best interest. Like to me, it sounds like they care more about their appearance, like how they come off and covering up their mistakes.
Bright Horizons says it has been honest and notified impacted families. The health department only shut down the preschool program, but Bright Horizons at Columbus Circle says it relocated classrooms of all ages for the time being. That mom you heard from, for example, had her child in the infant program, but she has now switched to a different daycare provider altogether, Christine.
Tim, wasn't this company already under a corrective action plan?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that was in response to the allegations earlier this year. Now, as for the water incident last month, the city says the center must update its safety protocols and appear at an administrative hearing to address whether the preschool should permanently close.
All right, Tim, keep us posted on that.
Sure.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. There is no excuse for that shit. I'm going to tell you something. Bleach, whether it's in a small amount or not, gives off a distinct odor. Now, they run around and they say, hey, they sterilize children's toys with bleach. I understand that. But every responsible company has certain type of protocol to where you don't have this type of stuff around anything that kids can get in contact with, or where it's a mix-up like that. I told you, man, nobody will ever take care of your children the way you take care of them. Now, are all daycare centers bad? No. But this is what happens when you hire people without doing the proper, due diligence in training them, backgrounds, and when you're just trying to fill spots. It's no damn way that type of stuff happened. If somebody told me, yeah, your daughter might have ingested bleach, it was in the kitchen. They used a pitcher that usually goes what kids use, and somebody had it in there, and they were just pouring it. And you never smelled that shit, not once? It's unacceptable. These people got a reason to be angry and to press charges or a lawsuit. They said they had situations where they was hitting kids with metal coffee containers, pulling their hair. Crazy stuff. That was earlier, what in the summertime? You hiring the wrong people. Or you giving them the wrong training? Or what? I'm going to tell you something, man. It take a certain type of person to be around a bunch of little kids all day and not go crazy. I'm just being honest with that. And like sometimes you can get upset with children. But there are protocols that you have to follow whether you're mad or not. And there's also protocols you have to follow when doing your job to ensure the safety of others that are there for your safety or for you to just take care of them. It's a day care center. Children taken care of in the daytime while their parents go and do other things, and they're paying you for it, and you can't do it. You're seeing a rise in these abuse cases, neglect, and just maltreatment of children in these daycare centers, and it's on the rise. You can pull one of these off the news right now. Daycare centers are necessary for some people that are trying to make ends meet, especially people that are raising the children by themselves, be it a man or a woman. A lot of times these places are godsend, and a lot of times they're good places. But for this place to be Bright Horizons and the corporate stamp that they have across the United States, this is not a good look. So somebody then dropped the ball on this, and it's looking bad all the way across the board. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I would sue. I would. You had my child ingest bleach. If it's that easy to have it happen, what else happened that we didn't know about? Remember, these people found out about this later on. Shit is crazy, and then they just shut the place down. Don't even tell nobody. People bringing their kids up there, and the door's closed. Unprofessional. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank God these kids didn't really get sick. You know, but then again, you never know with with a child, their body and all this other stuff, with them ingesting stuff, they have a growing body. You don't know what the long-term effects of certain things can be because everybody's different, and so is their makeup. See you in the next video. Take care.